The fourth step of transforming data in Power Query Editor consists of changing the data types. Let us first put the headers right. Alright, there you go. And let's now talk about data types. A data type indicates what kind of data is in a column. So for example, here we see it is 1, 2, 3. So that means that Power BI thinks these are numbers. Here we see ABC, so that means Power BI will treat this column as text. Here we see a little calendar icon, so Power BI will treat this as a date, etc. There are three ways to change the data type. The first way is to click on the icon, and then you select whatever data type you want to change it into. The second way is to do a right click, and then you click here, or you go to change type, and you select again the type you consider appropriate. And the last one is here in the Home tab. You click on data type, and again you select whatever you think is suitable. Alright, in the first column we see the most frequent mistake because it says a student ID, and Power BI recognized this as a number. And indeed, you see it, the whole column consists only of numbers. But a number is something you want to calculate with, something you want to sum or calculate the average of, etc. That's not something you want to use a student ID for. Keys, identification numbers, etc. need to be labeled as text, right? Let's add a new step just to recognize that we did this step. Family name is indeed text. First name is also text. Gender is text. In general, Power BI assigns the correct data type. It does so by analyzing the first 1000 rows. So the most frequent mistake is what we saw in the first column. It is with identifiers that consist only of numbers, for example, article numbers, etc. Those need to be labeled with the data type of text. We see here all the rest looks fine. The country, the year it started. If we change this to a date, it won't look good, right? You see here that doesn't work well. We would have to add a suffix. Is that right? No, it's called a prefix. To make it look like a date, and then we would have to change it to an actual date. The grades we see here, there are numbers, but as I said in the beginning, all the data of the same kind need to be in the same column. So we're gonna unpivot this one. Where are you? There are you. Alright, so we have the subject in one column, and we have the grades in the other one. Alright, maybe if we calculate the averages of grades, there will be decimals behind the comma, so we're gonna turn this into a decimal number and not into a whole number. There you go. That's the most important thing you need to keep in mind for data types.